So, Billy, I'm so glad you could join us here today in Hilversum. Because this year you traveled all around the world, from New Zealand to Canada, a lot of places in between. How is your jet lag treating you today?
Oh, she's coming in with a fiery passion.
Ooh. So, if you check in with your body and your mind, in what time zone are you right now?
I think I'm still a little bit in Texas, but also Wales, and then now Europe. I can't be jet lagged with an hour's difference from London, but
No.
I think it's more so the longevity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm right at the beginning of what is probably 100 shows, so I really have nothing to complain about at all. But
No.
I guess music is interesting in that you spend half your life completely insular and the other half completely public. So I guess it's every time it's a shock to the system.
Yeah. I heard you did something quite adorable on tour. Everywhere you have a gig, you go into a bookstore and you put something in one of your favorite books. You write something or you scribble something.
Yeah, it's a little bookmark.
Yeah. Is it like a scavenger hunt for your fans?
You know, it gives them something to do.
Well, it's a good influence. I mean, you're pointing them towards bookstores.
Yeah, the whole thing is based on supporting independent bookshops and live music, those two things together. Luckily, the people that are at my shows also love to read, which is very useful for me. The title of the new album, Dog-Eared, is a nod to books and reading and literature. And this was just I knew I wanted to make bookmarks as merch. And then I thought, well, as a team, I must say, we thought, how can we use them on tour? And it's just something that I could do in each city. There's always an independent bookshop.
That you are at anyway, right? Because you really like books then.
Well, sometimes I'm there, yeah. Other times we're doing some hard Googling. We play some pretty offbeat places, but there's always a bookshop.
And what books should we be looking for the mark? Do you have any hints? Is it a certain genre? Is it some of your favorite authors? Is it...
Yeah, it's sort of, I'd have no preconceived idea of when I'm coming into the shop. I'll have a nice time looking around, and it has to be something that I've read. Something will kind of jump out at me. It could be classic literature. It could be poetry works. It could be essays. There's a whole range of things.
I think it's such a nice idea to get to know you better through your favorite books and your favorite poems and poetry.
Yeah.
You really must love that art form then.
Oh, big time. Yeah. It's a good one. It's successful. But also I love anything that kind of isn't to do with me. It's very refreshing. So if I can talk about books, then I'm happy. And likewise, if you asked me to DJ, I would love to do that, and we can talk about other people's music.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about other people's music in a second with you. But first of all, your own music, Dog-Eared, will be released soon. It was a totally different process this time because you recorded it live in a circle with the band without any headphones. How would you say? Would you say that this is the most real album so far?
Oh, I hope they're all real.
But I mean, real time. You don't get any. Did you adjust a lot, or was it just like a one taker?
I've sort of dipped my toe in live recordings in the past albums, but yeah, this one was. I mean, I can hear myself now better than I could for the whole of the album recording.
Because you're wearing headphones.
Because I'm wearing headphones. But even so, I'm sat next to a drum kit and 3 guitarists and a clarinet and a fiddle. So, it was a challenging experience, and I think I had found someone to work with that wanted to challenge me. And it's important for any artist, I think, of any kind, to always be challenged.
And it also sounds quite intimate, like recording like that with your band. Did it have any impact on your relationship with the band, the way you play live now, or what's that like?
Well, I'm very fortunate in that I get to work with different musicians all the time. So there's a US-based band and UK and Europe-based band, and then recording bands, and different people sort of sub in all the time. Very lucky. There's lots of very talented friends around. But excuse me, I definitely, when approaching these gigs this year, I have a different sort of mindset in that we are a collective together. It's a communal sound. And it's not, I keep telling my players to not follow me, basically. You know, they can lead as well. And I'm leaning towards a band sound.
Yeah. You also once said that performing live is a completely different art than recording, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Could you explain that a little bit? Because that's also what I sense in you answering these questions about live recording.
Well, yeah, very different beasts. I suppose recording is, well, they're both about capturing something very momentary. However, recording, you know that you can do it again. And live, you certainly can't. The live art is how best to present all the facets of you within an hour or half an hour, however long you've got. Personality included between the songs, I think is the most challenging part of being a musician is, how good's your chat? And how do people respond to you in real life? And, whether you can have a conversation with the crowd and can they match your mood? Can you match theirs? It's kind of like a immediate sort of synergy sort of game.
Yeah.
Whereas in the studio, it's completely isolated, self-based.
It almost sounds like the difference between introverted musician and extroverted musician.
Exactly.
Is that
exactly that. So your introverted self is kind of always on record, and then you got to be your bravest self in real life.
In your music, you make beautiful references to your grandma's carpet, to warm children's hands as a writing inspiration.
So sentimental.
Yeah, those are very, homey feelings. I mean, it's warm and fuzzy, kind of, the feeling I get.
Yeah.
Is home for you the favorite place, your favorite place to be?
Yes, I love being at home because I'm not really there. So it's really like the equivalent of going on holiday to me is having my own key in my own door with my pet and my sink.
Well, there's only 100 shows between you and that
We're
feeling
so
right
close.
now. You're so close.
So nearly there.
But how does that feel? That is your favorite place and you're, pretty far away from that right now.
I think it feels like taking your shoes off after a really long day. I find a lot of joy in taking the mask off. So there's this saying where we've all got three faces. Have you heard this?
No.
The first face is who you show to everybody, the man on the bus, perhaps your interview self, everybody, your online presence. And the second face is who you reveal to your close friends and family. And the third face is the one that nobody has ever seen. And I enjoy being able to let that face come out.
Yeah. You need some privacy for that.
Yeah. I'm a private person and I don't have a private job. So
no, I get that. Yeah. We ask every artist that comes through at 3 for 12 Radio to talk a little bit about other artists or other music that they really, really like. If you get to pick one song,
oh no,
that I could play to say that was an inspiration for you, Billie.
Oh,
what song should I play, and why?
So that's just the hardest question in the world.
I know. I have a radio show. I can play up to 3 hours of music, but you get to pick just one.
Just the one for you. As in inspiration for your whole being?
For your life.
Okay.
For life.
That just widens it further.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Is there a time limit on the song length?
Not really.
Okay, well, I'd pick Small Hours by John Marten.
Okay. What is that? What's that song about? I don't know that song. So.
It's mostly instrumental. John Marten's my favourite artist. He's kind of why I chose the name Martin. I just stole it and changed a letter. He's a family favourite. And Small Hours is just a lovely love song.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Instrumental.
Mostly instrumental. He's got one verse halfway through the song, so it's a nice surprise when he starts singing.
Wow.
And you can hear the ducks outside of the studio he recorded it in.
Cool.
It's great.
I can't wait to hear it. Is it because you picked a long song then, I think?
It's like 7 minutes.
6-7 minutes. That's beautiful.
Should I pick a short one as well?
Yeah, please, if just in case.
There's one called Lay It All Down by John Martin, which I think is 1 minute long. 1 minute 30. So you can have that one as an option.
It's either very long or very
3 minute songs.
But what is it about John Martin that you pick him as a addition to this interview?
He was just, I connected with his music really early on, and he's one of the first voices I ever heard. Him and the Beatles, and Hunky Dory by David Bowie was one of my first albums, and he's just a very prominent figure in my life. He was a terrible man. He's passed away now, but yeah, personally, not a fan of him, but I know his records very well, and he's my favourite.
Yeah, they're deep ingrained in your life then.
Yeah, and his guitar playing, he experimented with different tunings, lots of which I've stolen. He was a great live performer, drunk and stoned, but still great. And he has a very unique voice, and I like people with unique voices.
Me too. And so are you. So thank you so much for joining me. And enjoy your tour. Hope to see you way at the end, and I can't wait for you.
I am ready to go.
Yeah, you're ready to go. Take off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.